everyone, thanks for joining me today for another process video. Today I am sharing a layout that I did with my Felicity Jane kits, and like many others who subscribe to Felicity Jane, I keep all of my papers and embellishments in an iris container, and then I just pull whatever papers I want. So in this layout I have papers from multiple kits that were from Felicity Jane, but I was looking through my pictures and I just happened to come across this picture of my oldest daughter, and it's one of those ones they take in the hospital, so I don't have a digital photo of it because it was almost 10 years ago. She will actually be 10 on August 2nd, so I thought it was just kind of cool to find this picture, so I decided to scrap that. So, and my design is based on a layout from Paper Issues. They have a Sunday scrap list challenge, and so I thought this was really pretty with the big bow. So in my video, I already pre-cut the little parts of the bow on the sides, because I'm pretty sure everybody knows how to do that. And then I just kind of folded them to give them that that effect that it looks like a bow once you put the picture in there. So, and because it does raise up the page, when I go to put my photo down, I am going to put it on put some dimensional adhesive on the back of the photo. But right now I'm just getting the bow stuck down really good. And I pop up the little ends of those banners on the bow with some dimensional adhesive as well. And that is what I am doing right now. And now I'm going to do the other side. I probably should have cut some of that out. So now I'm looking at my picture to see where I want it, and I did back my picture on a piece of like a mint green with white polka dotted paper, and then I decided I wanted to use some of the tissue paper that also comes in my kits. So I took a piece of that, which is not the first time I've done it. I've done it a few times actually, but I love the tissue paper that the kits come packaged in, so I do that, and then I use that to back my photo. So you'll notice that I crumbled it up just to give it a little more dimension. So I did that, and then I folded it in the middle, and I'm just getting it stuck together. And of course right now it's not the right size, but I'm just trying to figure out how I want to place it on the tissue paper. So I'm going to get that. I'm just using some of my score tape to get the stuff stuck together and to stick my photo to it. And now, once I have it stuck down, I'm going to trim around and get the tissue paper exactly how I want it around my photo, because I just want a little bit peeking out. Just gives a little extra dimension, a little extra touch. And I love the pop of black and white that it also adds. So now I believe I'm going to go ahead and get my dimensional adhesive. Yep. So I'm putting that on the back of the photo, and just so it's standing up in the middle, since the sides are already raised up. And so I'm just seeing where I need to put it, and then I also use some score tape on the sides just to stick it to the bow on each side. So then I'm going to figure out where I want it, and oh, maybe this is where I do the score tape. Probably. So I'm going to peel all that off, and then I'm going to stick that down where I would like it. And so now I believe is when I'm going to take some ribbon, which I've already pre-cut, and you can see it kind of up at the right above my layout. Oh, that's right, I forgot. I backed this because I didn't realize when I took that pink and white striped paper, I forgot that I had cut off just a little tiny piece of it to use on my National Donut Day layout. So when I started measuring papers, I'm like, wait a minute, this paper is smaller than it should be. And then I'm like, oh, that's right, Kelly, you cut off a little piece of it. So I actually took a piece of paper that I had in my stash and backed it on that, and it was just white with black kind of messy polka dots. So I thought it looked really nice on that. So now I go and I take the ribbon, which is used in the packaging every month when you get your Felicity Jane kit. It's always wrapped really pretty, and it's got the lovely tissue paper, and then it's got this black ribbon that's tied around everything. So I took the black ribbon and figured I would use some of that as well, just for a pop of black right there. And so I get all those stuck down, and I start trying to figure out also what I'm going to do with my title. So I flipped through some letters and things like that. But then I end up, I guess I went back to my banner. Sometimes I get frustrated and flip back and forth. And I did cut out a lot of this where I stuck this down or fiddled with this because it took me a little while with the ribbon, because you know how ribbon is, and it can kind of bend and sway and move on you. So I had to work with it a little bit, and had to turn my page a couple times, so I did cut some of that off. But I just used score tape on the ribbon to get it down exactly where I wanted it, and I started peeling it and just peeled a little bit at a time to get it to work, I think. There, I added a little bit more. And so I think what I did is I peeled off the end piece and figured out where I wanted it, and so that I can match it to the other side. So there, I stick down that part and then I peel the other one. So then I get it tucked in under there, and apologize for my head in the video. And there you go. There you have it. And so this is where I start playing with my title. And I looked through a bunch of my letters, and I wasn't finding anything that I wanted to use for my kits. So what I did is I found a cut that I had downloaded from this Silhouette site, and it said little one. And this was actually the first time I used my sketch pens on a layout, and I used it on my title. And instead of doing like an offset, I did an inset, and I used the sketch pen to do that. And then I put my blade in, and then I cut out. And in the new version of Silhouette Studio, it makes it pretty easy to do that, the way it works, because you can set things different colors and then select it by your color. I know I'm probably not making any sense, but it makes it a lot easier to tell it what you want to do and what you want to cut and what you don't want to cut. So you can select the color and say, I want to cut this color, and the other one you can say no cut. So it's pretty cool. I've just played around with a little bit with it, and then did it on this title, and I was pretty happy with how it turned out. And the only thing I wish is that this title didn't have the loopy things on the left side that came out so far, because it makes it sort of look off-center. And I was trying to center the words as much as I could and just not worry about the loopy stuff on there. But so now I'm looking through my Felicity Jane stamps, and with the Felicity Jane kit, you get a set of stamps every month, and they're really nice, and they're already packaged in the Avery Elle stamp packages, so you don't have to transfer them to anything. And it's perfect, so I usually just label it with the month and year on it so that I know, which month it came. But so I was struggling with what I wanted to do up top, but I felt like it needed something up top. So I pulled this little heart and stamped that, and I think that one was actually from the I Am kit, and I think that was the June kit. But I used that and just used some black ink and stamped some of those hearts. And I thought I was going to put another one up there, but I decided not to. And so I move around, and I put a few down below. And you'll notice I use my little Amy Tangerine pad that you can use to poke holes in your paper to do the stitching. I use that a lot of times just to put under my layout when I do my stamping. And so I just put a couple of hearts down below as well, in just different places. And once I do that, I don't do a whole lot more. I know I put the date on there, which her birthday was August 2nd, and the picture was taken on August 3rd. So I stamped it with August 3rd, and then I took out some black sequins and sprinkled black sequins around and tried to make it look random, but sometimes I didn't like where they landed, so of course I had to help them out a little. So I put the black sequins down, and that was pretty much all I did on this layout. It was pretty simple. You know, I went back and forth, and I cut a lot out of the video where I thought about maybe I would add some gold on here. So I had some cut files that I had already sprayed gold from a while back, so I started playing with those, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And everything I was doing was just not working for me, so I just decided that this needed to stay simple and just really make the focal point the picture and the title of the layout. And when it was all said and done, I actually really ended up liking the way it turned out. So, and you probably didn't want to sit here and watch me glue down a ton of sequins, but for some reason I did not cut that part out of the video, so sorry about that. But if you are interested in subscribing to Felicity Jane, you should really check them out. She has some really cool stuff, and it's almost everything is exclusive in the kits. So the papers she designs and all the embellishments and everything. And occasionally you'll get, you know, your titles, your letter stuff will be maybe like thickers or something like that, or Heidi Swapp letters. But sometimes she even has like unique exclusive letters too. And those are really cute. And there's a lot of just thought that goes into these kits, and she's just a very detail-oriented person. You can tell from the way the kits are packaged and everything. So down to the little black and white striped box that it all comes in. So if you are looking for a kit club, you should check them out and see what you think. But it's just, you can go to felicityjane.com and get into their kit club. The kits sell out every month, so if you are wanting to get the kit, your best bet is to actually subscribe to be able to get it. And she also does have her stamps online if you would like to purchase the stamps alone. And the stamps are really nice. They stamp well right out of the packaging. So I think that's about it. I'm just finishing up with those sequins. I got a little crazy with the glue. But I will have some still shots coming up at the end of this video. And thanks again for joining me and watching my video. And hopefully I'll be back soon with another video.